Okay, so here's the next video on the unit circle. Um, if you haven't watched the other two, you should do that. So I'm just going to let's make up a problem. Tangent of negative 7 pi over 4. So if you are asked to evaluate the tangent of negative 7 pi over 4, um, here's how I would go about doing that. Um, First, draw a circle. Pi over 4, that's the circle. Pi over 4 circle has just these 45-degree angles on it, one spoke per quadrant. Negative 7 pi over 4 means you count 7 of those, but negative means you do it this way, clockwise. So here's 1 pi over 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can see tangent of negative 7 pi over 4 is the same thing as tangent of positive pi over 4. Um, those are coterminal angles, if you remember that. So the distance to get to this point, it's a pi over 4. So it's between the pi over 6 and the pi over 3. It's in between. That's important because remember these three numbers in order. The pi over 4 circle, all the coordinates have this in between number. So these coordinates are both root 2 over 2. So you don't have to memorize a whole circle, just go by distances. So root 2 over 2, comma root 2 over 2. Now tangent is sine over cosine. So sine is root 2 over 2, cosine is root 2 over 2. So that's easy. Root 2 over 2 divided by root 2 over 2 is 1, because any number divided by itself is 1. So done. So cosecant of 5 pi over 2. To get to pi over 2, um, you could make this pi over 4. I'm going to do that. I wouldn't, but I'm going to because I can. You could also make it pi over 6. I wouldn't, but you can. So let's say we wanted to use the pi over 4 circle. You just multiply by 2 over 2. And then count 10 spokes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're right here. Now, as I said, I wouldn't have done that because the easier way to get, and remember where we were, easier way to get that is pi over 2 is a 90-degree angle. So you just count 5 90-degree angles. So that would be 1. So that's 1 pi over 2, 2 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, 4 pi over 2, 5 pi over 2. So we're still there. Now this is on an axis. So the x coordinate to get here, how far over do you have to go from the origin? The answer is 0. We don't go anywhere. And the y coordinate, we go the longest length you can on the circle, which is 1. So the point on the circle associated with 5 pi over 2 is 0, 1. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. Sine is the y coordinate. So you have to take the reciprocal of 1 or just flip it. Well, 1 over 1, if you flip that, it's still 1 over 1. So the reciprocal of 1 is 1, and that's the cosecant of 5 pi over 2. We'll do one more. Let's go secant of negative, um, let's go 10 pi over 3. So once you see the over 3, you know we're talking about the pi/6 circle. One, two spokes per quadrant. And now we have to change this to pi/6. So we're going to multiply by 2/2. So we have to count 20 of these spokes going in the negative direction, starting with this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Always double check that count, but there we go. Now let's really shortcut this here. We know secant's the reciprocal of cosine, so all we need is the x coordinate because cosine is x. So to get to this point, the x coordinate is this long. It's the short one. So the x coordinate is -1/2. Secant, you flip the cosine. So cosine would be -1/2. You flip it, -2/1. It's that simple. So if you're comfortable doing those, that's great. If you're not comfortable using the unit circle yet, practice a lot. It comes really, really quickly and really, really easy, and it's really important that you have a good foundation for the trig stuff. That's it.